Welcome everyone, I'm Amy. I am an NPC bikini competitor. I'm also a nutritional therapy practitioner, and this is my week 17 prep vlog. Oh my goodness, the weeks have just flown by every single week. I know I say the exact same thing. This week especially was a kind of crazy one, which is why in the outro you're going to see me in this same location, in this same beekeeper outfit. Because I am recording my intro and my outro on the same day because it was just that kind of week. So let's talk about it. Let's first talk about my check-in this week. So here are my check-in photos and video. While I leave those up, let's talk about how my check-in went with my coach. As we get closer to the show, as I mentioned, when I was 3 weeks out from my previous show, I do start checking in on a much more regular basis, which usually means like 2 to 5 times a week even, that I'm sending pictures to my coach just kind of based on how all of my body metrics are doing and how I'm feeling overall. So let's start off with what I sent to him on Monday morning. I said, good morning. I thought today I was going to have an awesome check-in with a low weight, but my weight jumped up 2 pounds overnight. Not sure what's up. I did have legs yesterday, but otherwise an uneventful day. 2 weeks and 5 days out. What's the plan? And then I sent another one. And yes, I do recognize that I was very flat and stringy yesterday. I am much fuller this morning. I'll get some pictures. So he wrote back, those pictures are wild, Amy. I'm glad you didn't listen to me that you were lean enough. I think there could be about an equal amount of pros and cons to each of these looks. But I sent him some comparison pictures. But in the world of physique sport, being leaner gives us more options for the ultimate stage look. Knowing your norm right now, I'm not worried about the bump in weight. I'd not change food. Instead, I'd love to compare photos today to these from the weekend and then do some in a couple of days because I had sent pictures a couple of days before my check-in and then on my check-in day. A little water retention for any reason. The difference between work week and weekend movement and training, but always good to try to keep trying to discern the differences. How are you feeling? I wrote back, I think the low weigh-in was probably decreased inflammation from 2 rest days. I'll get pictures throughout the week. I'm really happy with the improvement in my legs. I'm feeling good, ready to fill out when the time comes. And then I sent some pictures right after my workout. He said, we're going to be similar in refraining from spilling over. Filling out will be moderate, but look what the lines are doing for you now in the illusion of size. Pretty impressive week. I'm pretty sure we're going to see how good you can look, period, and it only took 3 to 4 shows in several seasons over 12 months, accelerated course in perfection. So that was really good feedback. I said, my glutes are 100% illusion and posing at this point, but a little filling out and nailing my stage presence will hopefully impress the judges. I booked my tan today, still need to register for the show. And then he and I talked some about what categories I was going to register for. And I think that was pretty much it. So then the next day my weight was back down, and over the course of the week my weight actually dropped even more. So I actually had 2 prep, Sunday I had my lowest weight of prep ever, and then another day during the week I went even lower, and then today I was even lower. So it kind of bumped up and down throughout those days. Sorry, I was distracted by something on the patio up here. Not meaning to look off camera like a weirdo. So I think it just, your body kind of, I feel like when you're deep into prep, you reach these points where you kind of need to bust through these little plateaus. I mean, not like I have much to lose, but even just that little bit, and then your body's kind of like, ooh, what's up? Maybe holds a little water and then lets it off. So that's kind of how I feel like the week went with weight. But by today, when I sent pictures after my fasted cardio this morning, even though my weight was lower than it's ever been, ever since I've been with this coach, and really ever in my adult rememberable life, past, what are words? I feel like I look even fuller. So that's really good. So that is how my check-in went, and also just a brief recap of weight throughout the week. And I'll talk more about it in my outro. The other thing I do want to talk about, sadly, in this intro is my suit. So you saw in the thumbnail, this is the final suit update. This is not the drama I wanted on prep. If you are sick of hearing about it, there are timestamps. Just skip ahead, watch my Target haul, watch my chiropractor visit, watch the outro. Ignore the suit drama. So I had sent my suit bottoms back in to be adjusted again. When I sent them back in, I did speak with they don't allow you to call, so I emailed back and forth with the alterations department, and I will say this, she has been fantastic. At least she's been responsive, I will say that. I don't think she's the one who's actually altering my suit, but she's been great to deal with on that level. I wish I could actually speak to her, and I don't know that it would have solved any of the issues I'm having, or have had, but it is what it is. So I asked for the suits to be let out more and explain the issue. I even sent stage pictures to show that they were so tight they were causing my skin to kind of be pushed and almost wrinkle in certain areas, and how flat they look across the top of my glutes. So I asked for extra scrunch to be added to the back because I want more of that heart shape in the back, and I also needed the sides let out a little bit more. So she said that they didn't need to add more scrunch because just letting it out, it would allow the suit to scrunch more. Fine. So I sent the suits back, they came back, I took it out of the package, and I right away was like, it's still just not right. So I put it up against my other suit, which you see in the thumbnail, but I'll also show that picture here. So here, my suit from last year is the one on top, and then my returned suits. Now these suits have been altered twice, and that they are still markedly smaller than my suit from last year from Toxic Angels. And I gotta say, so I put it on just to see, and yes, it is still extremely tight, and the issue is that it still looks completely flat across the top of my glutes, which is just very unflattering. So I will put some pictures up here comparing how the suit bottoms look in contrast to my posing suit, which you see has far more scrunch at the top and allows my glutes to look more rounded because of that shape at the top. So when the suit is very flat across the top, it's not a very flattering look to the glutes, and it makes them look kind of squared off. It's just not a great look. So that's disappointing. And it was also, it's frustrating because I put this suit on, I'm like, I cannot be the biggest person that has ever ordered a suit from this company. Like, that's how it's making me feel. It makes me feel like I am huge. Like I am the largest woman on earth that can't even get a suit to fit. But then I know that that's not true because I got my suit from last season from Toxic Angels, and not only does that suit fit, like it fits just fine, but there are tabs on the inside on all four. I mean, that suit could be let out multiple inches. It could be let out so much more. So needless to say, it is what it is at this point. My show is in 2 weeks. It's fine. Next season, will I be purchasing a suit from them again? Absolutely not. Would I recommend them to anyone? I just cannot in good conscience recommend them. I don't know what other people's experiences have been with this company, but my experience has been very unpleasant, and I have spent a lot of money sending my suits back and forth, needing multiple alterations. It's been stressful. It's been disheartening. It has been a lot. So that is the final suit saga. I do think I am still going to wear the suit I wore at my last show to this next show. Mostly just because I don't have a lot of other good options, unfortunately. And like I said, it just is what it is. It's disappointing. It's been frustrating. I'm sure all of you are sick of hearing about it, but that is the final update on the suit. End of story. We're moving on. Bigger and better things next year. Another Toxic suit is absolutely what I will be purchasing. Highly recommend Toxic Angels. They've been great. Yeah. All right, so what else do I have coming up this week? I am needing to go to Target because I realized today that I am out of laundry detergent. It is on my subscribe and save, but my subscribe and save is not arriving again until mid-October, and I'm out today. So that is something I need to do. And I did some research online. Actually, Target right now has a coupon, and then I can stack it with a manufacturer coupon. It makes it cheaper than my subscribe and save, so I actually punted my subscribe and save for several more months, and I'm just going to pick it up from Target this week. I also have a chiropractor appointment that I will take you guys along for. I am still pretty beat up. On my right side is still pretty bruised from the grass thinning last week. So I think this will be a week where we just don't do anything that could potentially cause marks because my skin is fair and I just, this close to the show, don't want to have anything done that might leave some weird marks on me. So we'll see how it goes with Dr. Ryan. I am been really impressed. I've seen great improvements so far. It's really helped a ton. So super excited about that. And other than that, that's all I've got planned for this week. Just work, normal week. Need to start getting some stuff prepped for the Arnold, or not for the Arnold, for the Olympia. Oh my gosh, prep brain is hitting me hard. But yeah, that's it. That's the update. Let's get into this week. So my grocery haul this week is a little something different. I went to Target, which I rarely do because I do feel like Target is more expensive. I know they have a price match thing, and also the Target near me is insanely busy, always, and not always really well stocked. They often have things that are out of stock when I get there, and that's disappointing. So I had a coupon for 15% off my entire purchase, so I figured it was a good time to buy some things that I needed, and also some things that were a little bit on the pricier side. And then they also had some really awesome sales going on. So long story short, here's my Target haul. So there is stuff you have never seen on one of my hauls before. Let's start with some dark brown sugar. So I am going to be doing some cookie baking for my AB Live bros. So I'm getting prepared for that. Also a container of raisins. I use these when I'm doing my carb up, but also these are gonna go in the cookies. So I got those. Something else we've never seen before is this Fairlife. This is a lower carb, higher protein milk. I have heard that for the Ninja Creamy, it's really a game changer to do some regular dairy milk as far as the texture goes. And coming off of prep, I'm gonna play around with the creamy some more, so I got those. These also are gonna go with that. So the other thing that is recommended is to do a little bit of the sugar-free Jell-O powder. So I got these sugar-free cheesecake Jell-O. Super excited about those, or pudding. Really excited about those. Other very new thing is canned pumpkin. Another bodybuilder I know mentioned adding pumpkin to their their post-workout meal. I'm like, oh my gosh, I forgot how much I like pumpkin. And since it is really easy to get right now, grabbed a couple of cans of pumpkin. I have the Melinda's Black Truffle Hot Sauce on Subscribe and Save by the case. But my next Subscribe and Save order won't be here until mid-October. And I'm just not sure I'm going to make it. And like I said, since I had the coupon, it made it about the same price as the Subscribe and Save. So I just picked up one of those. I also found 2 of the Alani Witch's Brew. Oh, if I had this in another haul, and since then I haven't been able to find it. So right now, if you're looking for it, my Target did have it and had it in stock. So that's exciting. I might save those for my road trip out to the Olympia. Also picked up a sugar-free syrup. 2 jars of the kosher dills. These ones don't say that these are the petite kosher dills, which I really like. Like, they're super little, just so nice for snacking. So I got 2 containers of those. Also got a bunch of yogurt. Let's talk about the Blink. So I got these gel eye drops. If you watched I think it was on my week 16, so just last week when I scratched my cornea, my eyes are still feeling kind of dry, and I am a contact lens wearer, and it's fall, and I have dry eyes, so got these gel style drops, and I'm excited to give these a shot. And they had a $3 off coupon, and then plus I was able to stack that with my 15% off, so super good deal on those. And then I picked up, these are also gonna be for my road trip, most likely, definitely the plain. So I do put plain yogurt in several of my meals throughout the day, just about 30 grams. These are 150 gram containers, so like one of these will last me for several days. So grabbed just 3 of these non-fat plain Greek yogurt. I also picked up 2 of the Good Culture cottage cheese with pineapple. I love these. And I thought they'd be really nice to have for like a quick snack on the road. They have really great macros. They have 100 calories, 3 grams of fat, I think 4 grams of carbs. Yep, 4 grams of carbs and 15 grams of protein, and compact and sweet and really delicious. Love those. And I love all the Good Culture cottage cheese. They're all really, really good. And I picked up a couple of these Chobani Zero Sugar yogurt. These are a very, well, I don't even think they can call them yogurt. They're like a dairy product. They're completely lactose free. There's only 60 calories in these. And the other macro, and the macro breakdown is really good. So they are 5 grams of carbs, 12 grams of protein, no fat. They are a little bit different texture than a regular yogurt because, like I said, they're kind of like a cultured product, not so much a yogurt. But they do have probiotics in them, and they're really tasty. So I got 2 of the toasted coconut vanilla and 1 of the milk and cookies. And this one is, they do say Greek yogurt on them now. I feel like they used to not say Greek yogurt because they were like not a Greek yogurt, but either way, these are delicious and they're really a nice treat. And like I said, since I had that coupon, and actually these were 5 for $5. So I was able to stack that again with my coupon. All the reasons I went to Target. The main reason I needed to go to Target or any store at all was to get laundry detergent. So I used the Persil Advanced Clean with the Oxy Odor Power. Love this. I have really sensitive skin, and this one doesn't bother my skin. And I've mentioned many times on the podcast that I have on my vlogs that I have a very sensitive sense of smell, and that one does not bother me. I have to be really careful what I wash my clothes in, because again, if it smells away, it keeps me up at night. Like if my sheets smell, I smell them all night long, can't sleep. So there was a manufacturer's coupon on this for $2 off. And then I thought I could stack that with the rest of my order, but of course I forgot to actually scan it until I didn't even see it until I put my basket down, and I was like, oh shoot, there's the laundry detergent, the reason I came in. So I had to run that as a separate one, but I still had the manufacturer's coupon, so I still got it for $2 off, which makes it, I have this on Subscribe and Save, but again, it made it cheaper than my Subscribe and Save, and my Subscribe and Save isn't coming until October, and I ran out. You've heard this story. Good story, Amy. So that's what I got at Target this week. Fun stuff. Not really anything I'm going to eat right away, but fun stuff. Yeah, feeling really good.
Okay, good.
Pretty sore from the Graston on my side.
Yeah, so we're not going to hammer it too much. That's where it gets that to free up. Then let that heal back up. Then through there, and that's that scar tissue and everything. And that's the problem, is like all of that comes down, kind of right in through there, that winds up, and it's like, shit, that's just
the posing has been much better.
Okay, good.
I need to grab that go for it. It's just like my posing has been much better.
Okay. So let's do this. Let's go through ranges of motion, kind of check and see where we are first. As always, let me know if it gets too much. poses, let me know.
It's so funny in the video from last week when I couldn't stand up because I was like so used to not like having the resistance back there. Yeah, it just feels like it should.
Okay.
Like it just, yeah. Really good.
So.
I just can't even believe how much. I mean, I thought it was just like I didn't like. I thought I just couldn't like learn it, but I mean, like, I like could not get my hips to move back before.
Well, and that's the problem is structurally and biomechanically when it's locked like that, if you don't get that to release, you can sit there and try to go, all right, I need to. It's not going to happen. You know, it's like going through and someone's hitting a tennis or a golf swing and they're like, you know, the coach keep going, no, you need to get in that position. I'm trying. I can't get there. Same way here. It's like, no, I know what I need to do. I just physically can't get into that position. Okay, why can't we? All right, let's find that. Let's release that. Now, all right, reintroduce that motion, and then that should allow you to continue to get there. Allows that hip to rotate and be able to get into that position. Then it's not putting stress and strain in through there.
Well, I just am able to. I was, you know, I was having to like force it over before. Because I was trying, just like you were saying, I was trying to make it happen, but I just like couldn't.
Yeah.
What's wrong? My phone did an update and it moved where everything is. There it is. Where are my screenshots? Because this was a year apart. Like, so I was like sitting into the hip.
Oh yeah, I mean that's night and day. Like
Yeah.
if you look at where your point is, this hip is all the way right in through there, where this hip, when you're on the back side, basically on your neckline. Now if I draw that neckline down, I mean that's.
It's crazy. I was having to force it, and it's right in there. You kind of see where the skin sticks, and
Yep.
Yep.
And then if we look at, yeah, more contour, more definition, right in through there. And then once again, that's where we've got to make sure that we're keeping that loose. Otherwise, that's what pulls that hip. Then you start to have the issues in through there. So that right hip with that hamstring pulling it is going to come back and in. So I'm already stuck. So if that hip is already stuck and around this way, and you're trying to get it to there, it's not going to move, right? So that's why it's stuck there versus here. It's like, oh, okay, I can rotate around through there.
I mean, just like the rib flare, like everything, like it's just, I mean, it's
Well, and then
crazy
so think about it here. Here's your hamstring. So as it gets right in through there, it's all that stuff in through there. That's what we're working on and releasing. But in all honesty, more of it down here. That's where the tension is. Now as that shortens, it's pulling all along that tension, that, you know, creating that tension on that belly right in through there. So work through stretching, loosening that up, activation of that.
Okay.
So no, I mean everything's responding well.
I'm so pleased.
Yeah, good.
This was this morning. Yesterday my posing was a little bit off. Yeah. So just, I mean, rib, the uprightness, the, like not having to like force it back because it just goes now.
Yep. Good.
Yeah. So much better.
So we're back. It's the end of week 17, and as promised, here we are up on the roof. Mostly I'm up here because, as you can tell, the sun is shining. It is, I think, hovering around 70 degrees, 67. In the sun, it's pleasant. It is a little bit breezy, and there's a cold front moving in tomorrow. We're supposed to be in the 50s, and the mountains are getting snow. So, I'm just, like I said, it's soaking up as much sun as I can today because tomorrow it's going to be freezing. On my walk to the gym tomorrow morning in the dark, it's going to be quite chilly. I pulled out my puffer jackets. I might be overreacting, but these are prep feels. I have an emotional support heater that I take with me everywhere I go. My assistant last year gave me these electric hand warmers for Christmas. They look like a computer mouse almost, like they're that size. They're like a little half bean shaped, and you recharge them and they heat up. So I put those in my pockets when I walk to the gym in the morning. They're so nice. She also gave me a heated scarf, which I also love. That's at the office because it's usually colder in my office than anywhere else in my life. So I use that all the time. So I do have tips, or I have a plan in place to deal with the cold. But if you are in a place where you're getting this cold front and you have friends that are this close to a show, like check in on your bikini competitor friends. Like, we are not okay. We are freezing. But at least for now it's beautiful and sunny and just, it feels so good to be outside. So it was, as you know from the fact that I am recording my intro and the outro on the same day, a bit of a rough week, mostly just because it was a busy week, but also I mentioned in my last video, some of the negative things people say about you or to you on prep, and I had a lot of that this week from one particular person who said some extremely mean and hurtful things multiple times to me this week that really had me doubting myself and just really feeling bad. I showed them my check-in pictures halfway through the week that I was actually really excited about, and they looked at them and said, "Well, you're not going to win looking like that." This is a person who's never been to a bodybuilding show. I didn't even know what to say. Like, how can you say that to somebody? Like, that's like the meanest thing ever to say. And it was just crushing. And then said several other comments throughout the week that were also very hurtful about my appearance and about how unacceptable it is. And just, it was just a lot. So then this morning, while I was doing cardio, I found this. I'm going to try and pull it up quickly. I should have pulled this up before. I found a post. It was actually on TikTok, and saved it because it summed up kind of how you can process those negative things that other people say to you in a really positive way. And I'd like to give the person credit for it if it'll pull up here. So it was from, I got it. All right. So it was from Team Flex on TikTok, and it said, "Nobody will ever care about your goals as much as you do. This means people will either willingly or unwillingly," and I think that's more like knowingly or unknowingly, "say and do things that can plant seeds of doubt, pull you from your path, and will even train wreck your probability to achieve your goal." Sorry, there's a little icon that was over the wreck part. I'm like, train what? "You must remember in these moments you feel like giving up. Often the reasons you consider doing so are because of the thoughts that are not your own." And that was really the part that hit me. Because yesterday I had such bad prep brain. I felt like I was in a fog. I felt awful. I felt physically depleted. I just felt bad. And then I'd have all these negative comments running through my head from someone else. And I'm like, that's really what it is. Like, those are someone else's doubts, not mine. Like, I don't have those doubts. That is someone else's doubt. And I don't need to take that on. And I encourage you to do the same. If there is someone in your life who is planting those negative seeds, just know that those are their negative thoughts. They are not your negative thoughts. Those are theirs. And let them keep them. Block those out. Those are someone else's feelings, not yours. And you don't have to make them yours. You don't have to take that energy on. You don't have to take that negativity on. Because I truly yesterday, almost sent a message to a friend, am I an idiot? Do I need to pull out of this show? What am I even doing? Why am I even competing? And I feel a lot better today. The prep brain the prep fog is a lot better today, but that also helped me just kind of snap back into it. You know what? This is my goal. Do I need more muscle? Yes. Am I not genetically gifted for the bikini category or any bodybuilding category at all? Absolutely, I am not. I'm a woman giant. I apparently can't find a suit that fits because I'm the biggest woman on earth. I have this rib cage that won't stop. There's so many reasons that I could give as to why I shouldn't do this, but I don't care about any of those because this is my goal. And I do this because I want to, and I find so much joy in it. And I find joy in the community, and I find joy in the process. I can't even believe the place I pushed my body to this year. I have definition I've never seen before, and I'm at a level of leanness I've never seen before. I didn't know this was possible but I just didn't stop. I have a coach that believes in me who also didn't tell me that it was not possible. He just believed, and we just kept pushing and kept grinding. And that's an amazing thing. You get one life. Why wouldn't you try? So to anyone out there who is that person who is shooting down someone else's dreams because of your own fears and insecurity, stop it. Don't put your feelings on somebody else. And if you're that person who's having someone try and do that to you, you stop it too. Like, don't let that person put those feelings on you. Those are not your feelings. Those are their feelings. Just block those out. So there's my rant about negativity on prep. But with all that said, the rest of the week was a bit busy and stressful and chaotic. You saw my Target haul. I ended up getting some really awesome deals. It was good. I don't go to Target a whole lot just because mostly the Target near me is huge and kind of overwhelming and like so spread out, and it's not well stocked, and I find their prices to be a bit high, and just it's kind of a chaotic store in general, so I just tend to avoid it. But it was good. I went at a time of day when it wasn't very busy. I planned it strategically that way, had my list ready, got all the things I needed. Ultimately took 2 times checking out, but I did get everything. Had a great appointment with Dr. Ryan. That was really good. I'm scheduled to see him again this coming week. I also have started a list of the things I need to pack for the Olympia. I am driving, so I have that ability to kind of bring more, which is great. So I'm going to bring my food. My cooler that I ordered actually just got delivered today. So that was all good stuff. I prepped a whole ton of chicken and put it in individual little baggies. So I've got a bunch of chicken prepped. I bought those yogurts. I've got a bunch of salmon and tuna packets. Like, there's a lot of things I plan on bringing just so I have a lot of options. And ultimately, I'm just so excited. The other thing that I did this week is I placed an order for some more leggings and also some sports bras. I just need some more options to take with me to the Olympia. And even right now, even some of my workout shorts are just really loose on me and don't look that great because they're baggy. So I ordered some just inexpensive ones. When those come in, hopefully they'll come in next week and I can do like a little haul with all that stuff. So that'll be really fun. I also had a random package show up from Amazon this week. I'm like, what else did I get? So I got a notification from my, electronic mailbox that I had a package from Amazon. I'm like, I have no idea. I literally had no idea. I picked it up. I'm like, I don't know what this is. It's a dress, and it's actually really cool. It's kind of this color pink, and it's a sweater dress, and it's long. It's like a midi length. I genuinely do not remember ordering this at all, but I tried it on and it fit, and I think it'll be perfect the first night at the Olympia. We're doing a fun group dinner with the AB Live crew, so I'm really excited. I have something to wear that fits, so that's good. And I think that's, that kind of sums up this week. Suit drama is behind me, blocking out the negativity. Got to start all my skin prep this coming week, because as of today, I will be on stage 2 weeks from today, which is just crazy to say. And then 3 weeks from today, I'll be at the Olympia. Yay! So lots of exciting things coming up. I am, again, so appreciative for everybody for coming along on this journey with me. I cannot emphasize enough how much it means to me to have everybody here and supporting me. Like I said, bodybuilding can feel isolating, but we are an amazing community, and I hope that the content that I'm putting out in these is helping someone. For me, this may sound ridiculous, but I'm like, man, 2 weeks out, I got a lot of stuff I should do. I wonder if there's a video I could look at. I'm like, yeah, your own. Go watch your video. You need to start exfoliating this week. You got to switch to coconut oil, all the things. You need to do those things. I also still do need to register for the show. I did book my tan earlier in the week, booked that on Monday. I still do need to register. Haven't completely decided what categories I'm going to register in or what classes. So that I need to do this week. And start with all the 2 week out things. Oh, so exciting. It does mean a little bit more work. I mentioned this when I was 2 weeks out last time, that this is the point where my coach does want almost daily check-ins from me, just to kind of see how I'm looking, especially as we kind of start this hopefully kind of carb load up into the show. I got carbs added in yesterday and for the weekend, and that is a lot of why my brain feels better today. Man, yesterday I felt like I was literally in a fog and quicksand at the same time. I was in an apathetic quicksand fog. That's how the best way I can describe it. And even today, as soon as I woke up this morning, it was lifted. I knew right away from the second I opened my eyes yesterday, it was like opening them again in a fog of quicksand. And today that was just gone. So it does get tough, at the end of prep. You've been pushing really hard, especially with my, I'm gonna be 20 weeks of pretty hard dieting by the time I get to this next show, and it's been a fun ride, but I am ready to kind of get into a growth season in a few weeks, and kicking that off with the Olympia weekend is a great way to do, kind of celebrate my season overall. So Please let me know if there's anything that I did not cover in my last peak week video that you guys would be interested in finding out about the peaking process. I don't know what it's going to be like yet. Like you heard from my check-in with my coach earlier in the week that he said kind of a moderate increase. We don't want to spill. I don't think there was really anything else later in the week that he and I changed, except, like I said, adding in the little bit of carbs incrementally and just a little bit. But hey, I'll take it. I'll take a little bit. I'll take a little bit more carbs. Super excited about them. Don't even care if the one day all I did was add in 2 rice cakes. Fine. They were fantastic. I feel like I'm rambling. I will let you guys all go now. So please let me know if there are any things you want me to cover over the next couple weeks. I appreciate every one of you for being here. Spread positivity and light to yourself and everyone around you. It's like Thumper's father said, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. Keep those thoughts inside you. Just spread positivity. Like, we get one life. Like, spread love. You don't know what other people are going through. And I say this before, we are all just doing the best we can in the moment we have. And am I always my best self? No, I'm not. Yesterday, was I my best self? Absolutely not. That was not my best self. And I knew it, and I was mentally struggling with it all day, and I was frustrated by it, but I did my best. And that is what I hope all of you are doing as well. So thank you so much for being here, and I will see you here next time.